Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this in one go, so if I stumble over my words going forwards, I apologise in advance. And if the quality of this video isn't too good, if there's any lag later on, anything like that, sadly it cannot be helped. This is the best I can do. Hopefully it's not too much of an issue for those of you watching. This video is completely unplanned. Only a few minutes ago did I decide to film it, so it's probably going to be a complete mess. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this with every country involved in the 2020 Eurovision Song Contest, but a short while ago the songs in contention for Estonia in next year's Eurovision were released, and I am absolutely oblivious to what they sound like. I am about to watch a video that's been uploaded by somebody I'm subscribed to, and I'm going to give you my absolute first initial thoughts on these songs. They're just very short clips. I will hear the full songs over the next couple of days. Very recently I did a little bit of research on the names involved in Eesti Laul 2020 that I wasn't too familiar with. Acts like Traffic, Laura, Stefan, Uku Suviste is in this list as well, isn't he? Yes, I'm familiar with those acts, but then there's people like Marilis Joigeva, Jakub Twisk, Ziggy Wild, I'm not too familiar with. So I'm very interested to see what they're going to bring to Eesti Laul 2020. Personally, I'm really looking forward to hearing Traffic's entry. They must be a serious contender. Stig Resta is involved, although I don't think he'll be on stage for the performance. I don't know. I'm interested to see what Laura's got, Stefan. A lot of people are saying that Jakub Twisk's song Beautiful Lie is a serious contender already. So I'm interested to hear what he's bringing to the table. I've got my headphones here. Like I said, this video is probably going to be a complete mess. The video I'm watching, I'm subscribed to so many Eurovision related YouTube channels. This video was uploaded a short while ago by Mary RGESC. That's the video I'm watching. They've ranked the top 24, or their top 24, and these are my first thoughts. So the first song is Kruv with Lilo, so let me take a listen. It seems to be some sort of upbeat folk song. They've been in Eesti Laul before. Can't say it sounded very promising from that short clip, but knowing Estonia, it will probably go through to the final. The next song is by Revels, and it's called Kirjutan Romani. Oh. That's not bad. Nothing truly spectacular, but it didn't sound too bad from that short clip. Seems to be another sort of folky entry, although a little bit more rock in tone. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Anyway, next up is Wienerid with Kappe Koi LA. No, I'm not sure what that music video is, ladies and gentlemen, but that doesn't sound particularly great. Next up is Renate with Video Men, which I believe means video games. Yeah, that's not bad, but again, I don't think it's the sort of song that's really going to stand out too much from the field. Next up is Sin Valtteri featuring Valihar with Mayakad. Now, Sin Valtteri was in Eesti Laul earlier this year, I think, or last year. Anyway, upbeat. No, that's not really doing anything for me. Next up is Janet with Hingelid, or Hingelin, sorry. Another music video on a beach. Needs a bit more power. Promising, but needs more power. Next up is Little Mess, and I'm interested to hear this one. Without a Reason is the name of the song. These are only short clips, but that one sounded a little bit disappointing actually. Next up is Marilis Joigeva with Unistustes. That sounds very familiar to something else. Okay, but nothing special. Next up is Egert Milder with Georgia on My Mind. Now, I did read on one website a very short while ago this was somebody's favourite. He sounds like George Ezra. That's an interesting one. I'll need to hear more of it. Can't really form an opinion at the moment. Let me just listen to it again. It's a sort of mid-tempo song. Yeah, I need to hear more of it. Jennifer Cohen's next with Ping Pong. No, that's no good. Not in my opinion. Next up is Annette and Freddie with Write About Me. Oh, a bit soulful, jazzy. No, that doesn't really do anything for me either. Next up is Inger. This could be a serious contender. Only Dream. That sounded very bland, actually. I'm not too sure about his voice. Inger is next with Right Time. That's okay. A lot of these songs sort of are blending into each other. Let me know your thoughts, of course. I know this isn't the most riveting video, but I'm just giving you my thoughts on the songs, my complete initial thoughts. Next up is number 11. Hello, this is like a rock song. Ziggy Wild, Lean On Me. Laura Pritz is involved with this group. She's been in Eesti Laul before. It's a rock song, but it doesn't sound that original, unfortunately. We're moving into the top 10. Next up is Merlin Melk with Million Samu. She's very beautiful. No, that's not standing out enough, even by this short clip. No. Next up is German and Violina with Heartwinder. That's not bad. That might do quite well, actually. Bit different. Next up is Uku Suviste with What Love Is. That'll do very well. Not bad, but maybe not that brilliant. Next up is Udo Sepp with I'm Sorry, I Messed Up. Need to hear more of that one. That sounds somewhat promising. This is Traffic. I'm really looking forward to hearing this one. The song's called Ux Cord Veil. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Then we have Jakob Twisk. This apparently is the one that everybody seems to be liking at this moment in time. It's called Beautiful Lie. Yeah, that'll do well. That'll do well. Next up is Shira with Out in Space. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Next up is By My Side by Stefan. That's too slow paced in my opinion. Can't see that standing out quite enough. Next up is Break Me by Laura. Now, she's been at Eurovision twice, hasn't made the final yet. Do we really want her at Eurovision again? If the song's good enough, let's have a listen. That's a little disappointing in my opinion. It's not bad. That doesn't sound like an Eesti Laul winner. What's the last song then? Rasmus Randvi with Young. Oh, that sounds really familiar. It sounds a bit like Laura Walk With Me, which was a song in Eesti Laul a couple of years ago. It sounds a bit like that. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, that's it. Gotta say, I'm not blown away by anything, but these were very, very short clips. The song that stood out for me was Shearer with Out in Space. Sounded quite mysterious. I'm going to listen to the whole thing very soon, maybe tomorrow now. Traffic, that sounded pretty good. Uku Suviste, that sounded promising. Laura, a little bit disappointing for me. Jagup Twist, I can see why people are really liking that. Apologies if my pronunciation was a little off, by the way, in this video. Estonian is not my first language, as you can probably tell. Rasmus, that sounded very good. I'd say at this moment in time, based on the very short snippets I heard, it will be between Rasmus, Laura, Jagup, Uku and Traffic. I'm going to go ahead and say one of them will win Eesti Laul, but until we've heard the whole batch of songs in full, until we've seen the performances, we can't really judge. I was very impressed by the short snippet of Out in Space. I'd say that's my favourite at this moment in time, based on 5 seconds of audio pretty much. Anyway, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do this for all of the countries involved. We should be getting the Albanian songs pretty soon. But let me know your thoughts on the lineup for Eesti Laul 2020. There's been a lot of news in the world of Eurovision lately regarding Hungary's non-participation. France are going to go internal. We have the Bulgarian artist. We have the logo for next year's contest. We also have the name of the Cypriot artist as well. Lots of news. I'll be making an update video at some point. There'll be links in the description to my other social media pages. Feel free to check them out. And yes, this was a bit of a messy video, but I wanted to get it out there. My absolute first thoughts on the songs in contention for Estonia next year at Eurovision 2020. And let me know your thoughts. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.